hardcore is it 2,000 plus on.
Because that Woody, the bass, the drummer follows me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Destroyers 315 or some shit. His name is Corey Summers. He's the drummer.
Yeah. It's crazy how they isolated themselves from like the New York kids by song lyrics and shit. Though, like Chuck ran his mouth about some fucked up shit. and I've heard interviews with him where he's like, "Oh, dude, Jimmy and Roger and Vinny, like those guys are my oldest friends, and now they won't even talk to me."
Oh man!
But I mean, they've made up since then.
Sure,
but you know,
still.
He had to eat some crow and kind of come through on some apology type too.
Well, that's like that Cro-Mag shit now.
Yeah.
Now that Paris dude, the other guitar player, just let out some like instrumental shit that.
Yeah.
But everybody like that whole other side to it talks shit like this guy's a fucking lame. I've been reading like comments on his shit because he follows me on Facebook. Like comments like. Just talking shit about Harley and John Joseph and Mackie and everybody. They're all like, I was the leader of the fucking program. Everybody thought Harley was because of the way he acted, but when Dave came in, if I kept you, you were good. Like, I was like, you're kind of a dick, dude. Like, dude, you get on my nerves sometimes.
Dude, you look at those pictures, dude, and I don't care who the leader of the Cro-Mags was, dude. Harley was at Max's and CBG, like...
He was molested by Joe Strummer at fucking 8 years old, dude. He was humped by Andy Warhol at 10.
Right?
No, I'm kidding. I don't know if he was.
But he was in... What? Now, one shit he was talking about, dude, he was in England playing with the Damned or opening for the Damned at like 9 or 10 years old. For real, dude. I mean, whether or not he's fucking this or that, he's a staple of a fucking scene that's still alive, and there's not many of them cats that have been through all that's still alive, dude.
And they want to talk shit, call him a rat and do this and that.
Right, yeah. And again, no rat.
But you know what though? But then they all want to talk shit about him. But when he was on that bill with the Misfits, he's like, you know, he was like, hey, Murphy's Law. Call Murphy's Law. Let's get Murphy. Let me give Jimmy some money because he's whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they still want to talk shit about him after
he even got him on. Yeah, right, for sure, dude.
He didn't have to do that shit. He could have got fucking Blink 182. You know what I mean?
Right.
Totally. And then he's like, Murphy's Law. Let's get Murphy. Let's get Rancid. Let's get it.
Totally. How easy would it have been to get like Hate Rita? You know what I mean? Anybody who's a little more public eye than Murph, you know? Anyway. So Tulsa Massacre.
Okay.
Did you know about that shit before? Still? Do you know about
was that the
Black Wall Street?
Black Wall Street, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, so when wasn't aware of it until recently?
I wasn't aware of it until maybe 2005.
Okay.
So what?
Like I heard about it from. No shit. I heard about it from The Game. That rapper, The Game.
Oh yeah,
His record label was called Black Wall Street. So and then I was like wondering about it. And I had read in a Source magazine.
Okay.
And he said something about that it goes with all the black people that. In Tulsa or whatever that were making money or some shit.
Right.
Got fucked out of it, right? Or some shit.
No, they got murdered, dude.
Got murdered?
Huge mass, mob mentality mass murder, dude. Like, it was fucked up. Because
some fucked up shit.
Because they were starting to do well for their own community and better than some white people. And they straight killed them all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or as many of them as they could.
Yeah.
So now you found out about this when? How long have you?
I would imagine that it was also through hip hop or rap music. I couldn't pinpoint it. You know what I mean?
And see, that's where I would have to, because I've been listening to hip hop for a minute since the '90s.
Right.
But I've just never been that lyrical. I mean, it's always been beats. Even with punk rock and with metal, and it's never been about lyrics.
It's
always been about the beat, the groove,
right.
And because that's why I'm a musician.
That's what I get into. Too. He listened and I guess that is the more the musical side of it. You focus on what you would try to do or whatever.
Now when my man Everlast talking about I'm Irish, but I'm not a leprechaun. them words spoke to me because I was Irish. I got the Irish. I feel that struggle. I know what he's talking about. So, but you remember that was my voice, man. I used to run that album constantly. Love that.
I think everybody did.
Dude, I still. No lie, I talk about this in my last podcast. Check out my podcast, Javi G Show.
Javi G Show.
Yeah, Javi G Show.
Javi G
Yes.
Show. You catch me on Stitcher,
Everywhere.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere your little heart desires. But anyway,
Google it.
I was talking about that. Because in my office, I have a House of Pain poster.
Yeah.
I've had this House of Pain poster since I was.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Since it dropped.
Yeah, since it dropped. I bought it at Music Land.
Music Land.
Yeah, and there's like a sticker on it, a House of Pain sticker that I slapped on the lamp.
Nice.
I wished I still had my House of Pain hat, my House of Pain shirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Them
sure.
motherfuckers. Hey, bro, the House of Pain. I'm not gonna lie. The Mexicans wanted to be white.
Yeah.
Who wasn't drinking Mickey's
on
and
some rocking some Celtics jerseys.
Celtics Celtics, yeah.
Fucking drinking Mickey's,
Yeah,
smoking weed,
smoking blunts,
wearing hats that are with the bill really fucking print, with the fucking the post service on it.
So on some question mark, and this is way off subject, but what you remember on Cypress Tipples of Boom? When he says Cypress who lay down with us?
Yeah.
Do you know about the beef?
The beef? Yeah, with the beef with Cube or the beef with House
No,
of Pain?
House of Pain in Cypress. I had no idea.
I really never even looked into it. I don't
Yeah,
think.
me neither. I just thought that they were always homie whether one was doing better or not, and I even thought like Psycho Realm and not Psycho Realm, but like Assassins. Soul Assassins had some,
that was the whole crew though.
Right. But I thought they,
But for this transition, check this out. The beef between Ice Cube and them.
Yeah.
Was that he
In
stole
Cypress,
Friday? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He stole the song.
Throw it up.
Throw your hands in the air.
Yeah.
And
No, throw your set.
Throw your set in there. He stole throw your set in there.
Right.
And that brings us to Ice Cube too. What up with this fucking dude?
Dude, I watched Ice Cube on the Daily Show the other night, dude, and then I read today that he's speaking somewhere, and it's like,
Yeah, he's getting real political. Like he's claiming that Latin or some about the blacks being slaves or being here before the Mexicans, before the Latins and shit like that.
It's just he was such a bad speaker, dude, that it made me uncomfortable to watch the interview. Because a dude that is a professional entertainer, like that,
a wordsmith. Come on.
And he could not get out a whole full sentence, and it was like Trevor Noah was kind of, and Trevor Noah was obviously kind of starstruck or
sure,
but it was really hard to watch. Even my wife was all like, "What the fuck?"
Wow.
You know what I mean?
I
And
haven't
it's
seen
like,
that.
and now he's on some speaking tour shit.
Yeah, like he's on this political shit.
He's on some Killer Mike shit.
But he's Ice Cube. Stay in the fucking West Coast. Stop smoking Sherm before you do fucking interviews and shit. I'm on a sick one.
You're gonna get us fucking shot.
Oh my God. We got the. I'm making notes, man. 36, we're talking House of Pain. 38, we're Ice Cube. We can listen nice. But anyway,
I do remember the game and Black Wall Street though, and I do remember looking it up at that point, and I would imagine that probably did have some exposure on it too.
Yeah.
Because his crew straight had Black Wall Street back tattoos and stuff like that.
Okay.
He has that shit on his neck all.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't finished it, but there's a book called The Burning, which is a very historical documentation of just about that entire
situation,
scene.
Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Street. What was the name of the town?
Tulsa.
But it was the bank that Mike Killer Mike just opened. They
I don't know.
Fuck. Anyway, damn. Missed opportunity.
Is that in Tulsa?
So yeah, it was a small town just outside of Tulsa.
It was like a suburb.
But Tulsa, so that's the way it ties into Tulsa. Is all of these people that lived in this community worked in Tulsa. They were the mammies, they were the burglars, they were the drivers, and they were paid very well because Oklahoma was booming with oil at this time in the 20s.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so some of them would have to live there because they were the house servants or whatever, or the mammies for the kids or whatever. But then on the weekends they would come home and there would be parades of them all dressed up in their finest, just going out and amongst each other and just having a hoot of a time, as they rightfully should. They've earned this shit, right?
Yeah, totally.
And
it got under people's skin.
they started having their own bankers.
Right.
They started having their own lawyers. They started having their own doctors. And educated people. These
Right.
They were no longer the people that had been oppressed on
They started getting the better job, being able to hire their own folks.
Learning and thinking. And the way it's described to me, what triggered the whole thing off was a delivery boy, black, going into either a hotel or somewhere and stumbling and grabbing a hold of a white girl's arm to keep himself from falling into her.
Yeah. That was it.
Assaulted her.
Dude.
And then that spread like wildfire.
Around the
And then the Klan starts rolling up their folks and coming in trucks and a fucking airplane, dude, dropping bombs.
Yeah.
Like, so this was the 20s. This was like it was like a biplane kind of thing.
Right.
Literally dropping Molotov cocktails and shit on top of buildings.
Like the
burn the fucker to the ground. Yeah, absolutely. And part of the reason I haven't finished it is when it's describing in grave detail.
It gets a little.
A guy getting his ears cut off, doused in gasoline, and lit on fire in the middle of the street. I had to stop it. Dude. I had to fucking stop it.
Totally.
Because I'm just like, how the fuck does this happen? Now again, the 20s. That's still now 100 years ago. But fuck me, dude.
You're getting
slavery's already over. Civil War's already over.
And you're not even in the South, and you're in.
Yeah, you're in Tulsa, Oklahoma, dude, of all fucking places. You know, so just.
And then they want to talk about the horrendicies of the Nazis and shit like that when these cats have been doing it for just as long.
For just as long.
I mean, you know?
Yeah. And so, but then to only find out about this watching a TV show, my wife and I, we look at each other and like, because it starts right in the very beginning, the very first thing it says, based on a true story. And it shows their dramatization of it, and the airplanes, and the shooting, and the buildings on fire, and machetes, and it's just like, and so I'm on the Wikipedia. Looking it up. And dude, it's right the fuck there.
But that wasn't in your high school
history. But where was
history.
that in my high school history?
Fuck no.
I'll tell you where that was in high school history.
Tell me.
It was fucking hidden. It was put away somewhere.
Right.
Some fucking racist motherfucker went like this. Bent over and shoved it up his fucking ass. You know, hid it from everybody. Because really, like, I don't remember half of this shit. Like, half of this shit going on in the world that I hear about now.
Yeah.
Like, it's shit we should have heard about in school.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about it. Fuck it, dude.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
and again, like how on the real, how much you know what I mean? I probably have notebooks full of notes. But was that shit really fucking hitting home or whatever?
I know about the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I knew about.
I know about the cherry tree that really never got chopped down, and the fucking library books that never got taken. Walking uphill in the snow.
What about like, and again, like even just the holding down of territories that aren't, like on some prayers type shit, dude. I mean, everything that you're gonna tell the people that we're gonna build a wall to keep you out of a place that is your fucking...
was yours before, even though the leader at the time gave it away because he was in the middle of a war and needed financing.
Watch
but whatever.
Zorro or whatever.
Like, still,
you know what I mean? Like, think of how much of that high dollar real estate in California should all straight.
Oh yeah.
Just straight Mexico.
Well, the entire what I'm getting at is the entire Louisiana Purchase.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
When fucking Jefferson got it off of Napoleon and fucking took
why was
3/4 of our country. Right.
Talk about some taxation without representation, dude. You think Napoleon was ever in fucking Louisiana?
Is that why they speak French down there?
In Louisiana. Yeah. The Creole, sure.
Yeah, Creole.
Well, and also the black community and the voodoo and there's a whole bunch of big mixing pot of stuff going on there.
But there's also some
Haiti and I think some of the other
some French-owned
islands. Yes,
So
but Haiti was definitely owned by the French.
Right.
Back in the day. So
again, owning is
and French Guiana.
What's that?
I don't know. Guyana. Guiana. Guin fucking A. I don't know. It's like it's an island.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yana's or whatever the
wow, he's a world traveler as well. You didn't tell me this.
Well,
Jesus.
Well, you heard about Amsterdam already, dude.
That's true. Absolutely. And if you haven't checked that episode out, the Amsterdam.
I've been doing all. I've been to CBGBs. I've been to
Damn. Did you ever make it to CBGBs? Okay, I'll make it.
In a video game, I drove to it.
Oh, shit.
Dude, and I'm the biggest poser in the world because I'm a quote unquote graffiti writer, style writer, and I had never been to New York to this day, and that's like the Mecca, you know.
Yeah, see that brings up an interesting point. I have no interest to go, and I know the beasties, I know the hardcore scene, I know that there's so much reasons to go.
Yeah.
There's just I don't know, man. There's still a part of me that I don't like that
many
town.
people.
I don't like that many people. I don't like just to know the things that happen there politically, and the people in power, and I don't want them getting even a drop of the money that I got. You know what I'm saying? Well, but most of that shit's gone anyway. CBG's not there.
Right.
The Beastie Boys, definitely those dudes ain't hanging out there anymore.
And the whole thing is all that shit's different than it.
And it's all different than everybody's right. So when I go to look at a building that
Gentrified,
used to be something, so nah.
Everybody that used to live in
Broadway?
New York
No.
fucking lives on the West Coast now.
or in Arizona.
Yeah, or in Arizona.
Okay.
Because you know,
Except for Vinny, dude. Vinny still lives in it.
I think he still lives with his mom and something.
Well, in his mom's house. I
From
don't think
agnostic, really?
I don't think his mom's still around, dude.
But they I saw him say shit on TV the other day where I hate this fucking word, gentrified.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like instead of taking down in Manhattan those fucking trains that go above ground.
The L's or the elevated trains.
Yeah.
They instead of taking the things down, they built fucking parks for the fucking
Elevated parks. And probably not skate parks.
I hear the Brooklyn or the LES, that Lower East Side.
Yeah.
That motherfucker looks beastie.
Yeah, to skate.
Yeah. But you probably got to be local, and you got to be.
You know who used to build skate parks in downtown New York is Scotty, dude. I mean, he was East Coast. That is like small area. Like when a community got so much money, they'd be down there building a concrete park for them. So.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Right.
How much of that do you think, though, the whole train system and because it's all to the island, right? I mean, and none of those folks can live on the island,
right? They all
because they ain't got the money to live on the island. So this is the Tulsa, right? They're coming to work
for
us on the island, but then they can't live on the island.
Right.
Their ass has got to get on the train and ride 2 hours to get their ass back
Jersey
home.
or wherever.
To Jersey or the boroughs
jump
or whatever.
on that fucking Staten Island ferry, and you live in Staten Island,
right? So
because that's the only free. I don't know if it's free anymore, but the last time that was the last free.
Public transport was the Staten Island ferry.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I might be free still. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
you
know.
can drink beer on it. It's like a half-hour ride.
It's like a little party.
It's fucking freezing though. In the middle of some winter.
But so my gals did go. Okay, and she wants me to go, and I'm just like, nah. She keeps pitching me the different sites, and I'm like, nah. But anyway, they're not even there an hour, dude. They're on the subway because they wanted to ride the subway. So it's her and 2 of my daughters and my brother and his sister, I think. Anyway, dude just gets up, walks over, punches this lady that's sitting right next to them straight up in the face. Yeah. And then this other guy jumps up and grabs a hold of him, and they start tussling. And welcome to New York,
right?
So, bitch,
You better be on your toes.
You are now in the jungle. This is literally
the real deal.
This is what could happen. So
I remember like when the young homies, when we were young, used to travel like crazy, like and the homies getting straight sweated for just like marker tags on dumpster type of shit. Like
yeah. No thanks. Anyway, get me in trouble.
No, get you on your toes, man.
Yeah, probably. But okay, so any other final thoughts on that subject before we move forward?
On what subject?
The tricks of blood?
Absolutely. Well, so we'll wrap it up there and end on that one. And if y'all want to take a break for a second.
Or a show?
Yep.
I cannot keep this fucking. I hate my laugh, dude.
Dude, Carol and I were talking about, dude, you have the best laugh. It is so, it's like a thumbprint, dude.
Yeah, I know.
There's nobody else.
I know it is.
I love it. Yeah, it's great.
And you can hear it from a long ways away, I know. And I can't control
That's how I
it.
know you're picking me up. I can hear you fucking down the block laughing. Yo, whoa! I love to count. I love to count.
1, 1.